Welcome back to another special edition of the MMA Meltdown radio show here on Mile High Sports, AM 1510, FM 93.7. I'm your host, Matt Sierra, and I say special because it's not rare for us to have huge guests on this show, but to have two huge guests on the show at the same time is a rarity in itself. Today we have Michael Bisping and Chael Sonnen on the line with us today, and we're going to talk a little bit UFC on Fox 2. How's it going, guys?
Yes, good morning.
Now, again, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today, and I kind of want to start off the interview by making sure that we're all on the same page here. Chael, if you could just answer this question real quick here. Who's the middleweight title holder as of right now?
Undefeated and undisputed, Chael P. Sonnen, and the P stands for perfection.
Nice. Michael Bisping, same question, buddy. Who's the current UFC middleweight champ, Michael?
Well, the current champion is Anderson Silva. Saturday night, I fight for number one contender against Chael Sonnen. In the summer, I fight for the title. You ask this question in 6 months, the answer is me. Right now, it's some dude in Brazil.
Great answer by both gentlemen. Now, Chael, we've heard you say that you feel a rematch between yourself and Anderson Silva. It's not going to happen. You guys have attempted the match, 3 or 4 times now. With that mind frame going into this fight, is it safe to say that you're heading into this fight with Michael Bisping with the same focus and goal as Bisping is, considering that he's heading into this fight with the understanding he's going to get a shot at Silva?
I got to tell you, brother, that was the deepest question I've been asked all day. I'm not some kind of psychologist. I'm a brilliant man, but how would I know what anybody's mindset is? Listen, the bottom line is this. 15 minutes of all-out war. Okay, he's going to beat me up. If you want to see Chael get beat up, tune in Saturday night. But what I am proclaiming to the world is I am going to beat him up even worse. 8 o'clock in the East, 5 o'clock in the West, live on Fox, main event, Sonnen versus Bisping. Don't miss it. Don't think about seeing it live. We've already sold the arena out, but you can watch it from home in living color on Fox.
I really agree with what he just said. And if you want to see that big mouth get shot, tune in and watch the fight, because I've got 2 hands right here ready to stick right in his face.
That's great. Now, Michael, Chael has obviously recognized your talent. He said you're a great fighter. You've beaten everybody the UFC has put in front of you. When you look at this matchup, do you feel that your takedown defense or maybe even your overall ability to keep up with Chael on the ground is being a little overlooked?
Yeah, absolutely. He's probably going to get me down at some point. I'm prepared for that. He's a great wrestler. He's been to the Olympics. He's a very, very accomplished wrestler. He's going to come out. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to use those strikes to try and take me down and work his ground and pound or his submissions. I'm going to go out. I'm going to use my footwork. I'm going to punch him, I'm going to kick him, I'm going to knee him, and I'm going to stop his takedowns. He's going to be surprised. I am going to stop his takedowns. He's probably going to get me down at some point. I'm going to look for submissions, and I'm going to get right back to my feet and carry on all over again. We've only got 15 minutes, so it's going to be 15 minutes, high pace, high intensity. But I'm going to be working right from the start. From the start to the finish, I'm going to be attacking. So is he. It's not going to be easy, it's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be a hell of a fight, and I'm excited.
And I'll tell you right now, it's awesome, I think everybody expected the biggest war of words ever when the two of you were paired together for this particular fight. Chael, your remarks concerning Anderson Silva and the Black House team, it's really entertained us all for quite some time now. And, Michael, you've had a whole season on The Ultimate Fighter where you were able to display your verbal and pranking type of skills. How much of this type of talk, hype, is for entertainment purposes, and how much of it does really impact the sport itself?
Well, I want to go first because I do not participate in that. I do not participate in hype. I do not participate in selling of anything. I get infuriated at that topic. Nowhere in the world are you allowed to sell something that you don't mean. That is fraud in this country. Imagine if I go into a restaurant and the guy tells me if I order, the number 3, it's going to be lobster, and it comes out chicken. And I say, hey, this is chicken. And he says, yeah, but I was just selling you on that. That's illegal. If I don't mean it, I won't say it. If I couldn't fight, I wouldn't growl. I don't have a problem with Michael Bisping. I'm going to do everything that I can do to win this fight, and that's where it ends. And as far as the hype goes, Michael and I have sold out the United Center, 17,000 seats, the second biggest sellout in the last 2 years of the UFC on American soil. We did that. They were at 8,953 tickets. Michael and I got put on the card there at 17,452 tickets. We sold this venue out We've done our job. We don't need to hype anything. All we need to do is get in there and be pugilist.
People talk about me and they say I like to trash talk, etc. I disagree. I don't go out and trash talk. Normally, people say something about me and I respond, and the next minute we're in the gutter, and people say it all originated from me. I'm fighting Chael Sonnen. People, have relished the thought of us fighting each other for a while, saying the trash talk would be immense, and now they're saying it's somewhat disappointing because we're both being respectful. Fact of the matter is, we're going to fight on Saturday. It's Wednesday today. We're a few days away. We only found out we were fighting each other a few days ago. I can't speak for Chael. I can only speak for myself. I'm focusing on the fight. I'm doing everything I can to ensure that I'm going to go out there and be victorious and put on a goddamn show. So I'm saving my energy, and I'm doing everything I can to win the fight. So don't worry about the trash talk. Don't worry about that. That's not important. What's important is the fight. Saturday night, January 28th, Fox TV, you're going to get to watch that, so tune in.
And I think what's really great about the response that both of you had is that it does give the people and it does give the fans more of a reason to look forward to the fight itself as opposed to just looking forward towards all this talk between the two of you. I mean, it was an awesome answer from both of you, so I appreciate that. Now, come January 28th, just a few days away, you two step in the cage. Chael.
Free. It's free on Fox TV. This fight could easily be headline of a pay-per-view card. And,
Oh, yeah.
In these times, $60 is a lot of money to shell out. Saturday night, it's free. All you got to do is tune in.
Yeah, you can't beat this match. I mean, UFC on Fox 2, the card is stacked. I mean, you two, the co-main event. I mean, ideally, like Chael was saying earlier, this could be the main event in just about any arena anywhere. So I agree with you completely there. Now, Michael, you kind of talked to it just a little bit earlier. Chael, again, kind of just reading the interviews that you've done so far, most people are saying that you can win this fight by simply controlling the fight on the ground and wrestle your way to a victory. Do you feel that that's something you're going to do?
On the ground in my life.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get. That's not how I see this fight going. I've got my own vision for this fight, and it doesn't involve me laying on top of him and controlling him down there. There's a saying that 80% of fights go to the ground, but 100% of them start on their feet. This isn't the first guy I haven't been able to take down. When I visualize this fight, when I go through my practices each day, it doesn't involve me laying on top of him. I'll take him off his feet when I want to take him off his feet. I got 2 national championships that says he won't stop me from doing that. But that's not what wins fights. Closing up your fist and running them into the guy's face is what wins fights. That's what Absolutely. I'll be doing on Saturday night, not just taking him down. That's easy.
Right. And Michael, around 14 of your victories have came by knockout. Do you feel that if he does keep you down, like you're saying, nobody's ever controlled you in your career on the ground, but do you feel that if he does take you down to the ground, that you're going to be able to not only hold your own, but actually use that to your advantage?
Well, listen, there's 14 recorded victories in my MMA career, but I've been knocking out people my whole life, and Saturday night is just going to be another one of those nights. I'm going to knock this guy out, believe you me. What was the question? Just
if it goes down to the ground, are you going to be able to hold your own, or maybe even be somewhat more aggressive towards him?
And in the slightest, I've been doing jiu-jitsu. I started off doing jiu-jitsu when I was 8 years old. 8 years old, I won a world championship in New Zealand. The New Zealand World Championships when I was 16 against grown men. So trust me, my jiu-jitsu, caliber is there. I'm not concerned about going to the floor. I've fought many, many wrestlers, and I've beat many, many wrestlers. Chael Sonnen's a tough opponent. It's not going to be easy, but I'm very confident.
Now, guys, again, I definitely appreciate your time, especially so close to the fight. I do want to ask you both one more final question, and it's going to be a series of fun questions for the both of you. First, we'll go with you, Chael. Which is a better name, The Count or Danger Waffles?
Well, I can tell you, Danger Waffles is very...
I am a count. I'm Polish aristocracy. My grandfather was a count, his father was a count, and his father before him was a count. So I'm a goddamn count. It's not a name.
It's a title.
See that? I'm glad you brought that up.
And I prefer
he almost lured me into making a racial and ethnic comment there. I didn't know that. You just learned me something, Michael, so I appreciate it. I'm glad you cut me off. I'm glad you cut me off before I said something about your heritage. I genuinely didn't know that. But I will tell you, and Michael probably doesn't know where the question came from, but Danger Waffles is the name of my dog, and I happen to miss him. He's at home right now. So I'm going to go with Danger Waffles to your question.
Now, Michael, a little bit, last question for you, buddy. What's more important to you, Having more than one testicle or having one UFC middleweight championship belt?
Hey, I can have both.
So that's the plan, Salas, man. Again, thoroughly impressed with this conversation. I've enjoyed it. Chael, you know, this is several times we've had interviews. Michael, we met down in Denver. You're both great guys.
Impressed with this conversation. You're easily pleased. Tune in Saturday night because that's a real show. Good night.
I am easily pleased. I'm easily pleased with a great conversation with two great fighters. So, again, I thank you for your time.
It's mutual. We appreciate your interest. Take care, brother.